On Thursday, January 23rd, the Tobago Assembly Legislature held its first plenary sitting for the new year. During the session, Minority Leader Kelvon Morris introduced a motion calling for an investigation into the procurement process of 4 road projects under the THA. However, during the discussions on the minority report last evening, Morris raised serious concerns regarding the conduct of the sitting. He believes the current THA administration was deliberately suppressing the voices of the minority. Joeshel Dann tells us more.
Minority Leader Kelvon Morris pointed out that out of the numerous sittings scheduled throughout the year, the minority only has about 2 opportunities to introduce a motion. However, he argued that during the last sitting, the minority's motion was not given the proper attention, unlike those of the Executive Council.
On the day the minority has the opportunity to have its say, they chose not only to bring a motion, but to basically take the spotlight away from the minority. In fact, their motion went for the majority of the evening. And the minority only had a very short window to have a very serious discussion.
He stated that the introduction of the motion by Chief Secretary Fali Augustine was unnecessary, arguing that he could directly address the Minister of National Security within the parameters outlined by the country's constitution. He characterized the Chief Secretary's motion as a, quote, political theater, end quote.
And utilizing the ambit of the constitution that allows him the opportunity to not just write, but to have discussions with his colleagues and counterparts in Trinidad, the ministers, and even the Prime Minister, to have any discussion on matters of national security or any matter thereof.
Morris criticized the Secretary of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development, Trevor James, for not responding to the motion. He pointed out that instead of replying, Standing Order 26-2 was invoked, which requires the opposition to respond if new information is introduced. Morris argued that no new information was provided and therefore the Secretary should have responded.
If in the wrap-up you bring new information and that is critical to the executive, then you now have an opportunity to, or the individual, you can now come and respond. But in the wrap-up was simply a summary of information that was already placed on the table that they should have responded to. And therefore, the fact that they invoked that standing order again is just to show the people of Tobago the kind of dangerous people we are dealing with.
Joeshel Dann, Tobago Updates, Television News.